Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Erica Reacts. It's your favorite flight attendant, Erica from America, and today I am reacting to Alaska passengers were way too calm. And that's about it. The men's ugly furniture I'm not responding to. Again, I'm a flight attendant. I try to react to just mostly travel stuff. This is by Josh Johnson. He is one of those comedians I really like to watch to learn about politics, which I know is crazy. Like, I learn about politics from a comedian. My other job is research, and a lot of times with research, it's very difficult because there's so much false information out there, which is why I don't really watch politics. But I love Josh Johnson's viewpoint of articles he reads and politics and things that are happening. So I like to watch him for that. I have no idea what the story is. I think I missed this story. It says it was a year ago that he filmed it. I will have this video pop up at the very end in one of those pop-ups. So if you're watching this on your television, you can just click up on the box that pops up at the end. Otherwise, let's go ahead and watch this. The first part of this was about the men's ugly furniture. I am now 5 minutes and 50 seconds in, and he is finally getting into the Alaska story. So let's see what this Alaska story is that I missed.
Did y'all see the Alaska flight?
No.
The Alaska Airlines, okay, if you didn't see it, basically a piece of window popped off of the flight, mid-flight. It was still flying. It was still in the air, and some window came off, and then just a bunch of plane came off. Like a door's worth of plane, it might have been the door, a door's worth of plane came off. And I have been so shaken because
Wait, hold on. I want to see what this is real quick that he's talking about. Alaska Airlines window. What happened? Alaska Airlines plane pops off during flight. Mid-air separation of a door plug leading to a rapid decompression and emergency landing in Portland, Oregon. The incident occurred shortly after takeoff, with the plane reaching approximately 16,000 feet before returning to Portland. No serious injuries were reported among the 174 passengers and 6 crew members. The incident prompted the grounding of all airlines' Boeing 737-9 aircraft for inspection. January 5th, 2024. Can't believe I missed that. Actually, I'm not surprised that I missed that. There's a lot of stuff that the news reports about different airline stuff, especially after the DC accident, that's just ridiculous, and most of it's pretty standard. But at 16,000 feet, I mean, that's, believe it or not, that's survivable. I'll tell you more about that at the end. Let's watch.
And I have been so shaken because we've been shitting on Spirit for a minute. We really let Spirit have it all, and they have not had one of these happen. The whole plane get there with you when you fly Spirit. Like the plane that left is the plane that arrives, and you. That didn't seem like a lot to ask before, but now you really gotta wonder, right? And it just is so crazy because I know there were people screaming in videos and people crying and stuff like that, but by and large, everybody was so calm. It makes me wonder if if it's an American thing, if we are so bloody, if we are just so traumatized from life in America that a plane can start to come apart mid-flight and you're like, well, I did pay $68, so I guess that's fair. That makes sense. I didn't pay for the whole plane to get here. You know what I mean? I paid for just me, and right now I'm still headed there. So I guess they're fulfilling their contractual obligation to get me somewhere. I don't know. I guess I didn't pay to survive. I just gave them the money to get on. So that's my. I should specify next time that I want to get there in one piece as well as the plane. Yeah. Blown away. Because that's the worst airline for it to happen on. Because they don't, imagine if you're taking a nap. You mid-nap, right? Because you got a nap on an Alaskan flight. You have to, because they don't have the TVs. They don't have the TV, so the only thing to entertain you is your dreams, all right? So then you go to sleep, and then you wake up, and everybody's screaming, and it is louder, right? It is just louder in here now, and a little cold, because we are in space. That is way too high to be losing some plane, you know what I mean? And everyone was so calm, even in the post-interview after, when they landed, and then they were asking people what it felt like, what was happening. There was one woman, I understand that she was probably nervous, and so she was nervous giggling, but there was one woman who was acting like it was a Six Flags ride. Like, she was just like, yeah, and then a little piece came off, and then, I don't know, we were all like, what do we do? And like, I don't know, I had no idea. Like, it was so crazy. This has never happened before. Like, has it happened to you before? I don't know. I've been on Greyhound buses where people got more upset about a dump in the bathroom than these people got about a piece of plane flying off. As Americans, we gotta start acting like we used to something. Like, this is really distressing that they beat us bloody so much in our travel experiences that we're like, yeah, I guess I'll choose aisle from now on. Jerry, that's what's up. Because then one of the most amazing things, this is a miracle. This is a genuine miracle. I'm very happy that no one on the flight was hurt. But then there were two seats. The two seats next to where the plane decided to stop being a plane. Those two seats were empty because those two people missed their flight. Which is incredible, right? You love a story like that. It does make me wonder about that third person, because that means that third person was sitting there. Like, did they take a nap and just wake up like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, where do you go from here? It's like, okay, so I'm going to Montana this weekend, and both my flights were Alaska.
Not anymore, huh?
Both of them were Alaska, and I didn't even have enough self-respect to switch airlines. They had to call me. They had to call me. At midnight last night, they had to call me and be like, it's not gonna happen, dog. Like, that's the closest to a breakup I felt in a long time. Like, I didn't have the self-respect to leave, and then they had to be like, you not for us, okay?
Okay, guys. So, decompressions. What would happen in a decompression? Why would they be so calm? Okay, think about this for a second. 16,000 feet, right? This says that they were at 16,000 feet. Right here, 16,000 feet. What would happen is that if you're at a decompression at 16,000 feet, you have a couple minutes of breathable air before you pass out. Those masks would fall immediately, and you would obviously get it on your face really quick. The pilot's job is to get you to 10,000 feet as fast as possible. So if you're ever on a plane and the decompression mask falls down in front of you, get it on yourself first, because if you're much higher, like 30, 40,000 feet, you only have like 30 seconds before you're going to get loopy and pass out. And that's not enough time to put a mask on somebody else and then put it on yourself. Put it on yourself first. If they're passed out, they'll come to when you put the air on them. So 16,000 feet, you got a couple of minutes before you pass out. At 10,000 feet, that's breathable air. So what the pilots will do is they will immediately dive to 10,000 feet, and then they will level out and land at the nearest airport. So think about that for just a moment. Yes, the door has disappeared. Never had that happen. I've never heard of that happening. That's crazy, right? Usually the doors are designed for that not to happen. So something must have gone wrong with that particular plane, a 737. That would be the exit row, obviously. I mean, if you can see from the picture here, that's definitely the exit door. That's not, I think that's the exit row. That should be the exit row. They said it was a plug door. A door plug. So it's a door plug. That means it's the exit row for sure. So if you're worried about that happening, don't sit in the exit row. Or like you said, sit in the aisle of the exit row. Sit just before the exit row, just behind the exit row. But yeah, like I said, generally the pilots will dive to 10,000 feet and they'll level out and they'll just land like normal. Very calm, very collected. And of course the people would be calm because at that point they have the mask over their face. What's the point of screaming when the plane is leveled out? At that point, you're like, okay, wait, what's going on? We're not diving anymore. So they probably dived for the first 6,000 feet, leveled out, landed at the nearest airport. And that's basically what happened. I hope that makes you feel a little bit better about flying. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty funny. If you want to watch the rest of this video and how he talks about men's furniture and how women might think they're serial killers, here's the link right here. Check it out. And otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. May all your flights be smooth ones. Ciao.